What's going on, Bousages? It's your boy Hippo Hippo here, coming at you with another MMA prediction video. I got Ian Mullen MMA picks here, the professional wrestler. This guy doesn't mess around. He will be in the UFC. Give him just a year, not even, he'll be there. Be ready for that. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. All of his links will be in the description. Let's get to it. All right, so we're doing UFC 323. I find this to be the most difficult card to predict. What do
I
you
agree.
think? It,
I
it, it,
agree.
it
There's a lot
is.
of them on here where you could probably flip a coin and you'd be all right. So we'll give it our best go. I just want to say, too, we did not consult with one another before on who we were picking. So it's fully authentic. Neither of us have persuaded. Steven's going to go first with this pick. The next pick, I'll go first. He'll go first following, so on and so forth.
All right, so here we go. We got the first bout is Muhammad Naimov and Marin Santos. I actually think this is the hardest one. All these are hard to predict. I think this is the hardest one to predict. I'm going with the dog just because it's hard to predict. I'm going Muhammad Naimov. He's got a little bit more experience in the UFC. I think he'll win by decision.
Yeah, I will say I believe this fight goes the distance. That would be probably my safest bet. However, if I had to pick one, I'm actually going to go with Santos to win the decision. I think he's a little bit more technical with the striking. I think he points his way to a decision. Although I didn't really like his fight with who is it, Francis Marshall.
Me too.
That
Yeah,
fight was
that's
a little bit too close for me, and I think Muhammad Naimov probably beats Francis Marshall. Obviously, we're not doing MMA math though, which I know Santos beat him as well. But that fight was actually very close, and I felt like it could have went either way. But since then, Santos has looked good, so I am going to go with Myron Santos to win by decision.
a good pick. Honestly, I'm probably wrong on that one, but
The odds on that one, by the way, is minus 258 for Santos and plus 210 for Naimov. I'm going based off DraftKings.
okay. Yeah, that's honestly good way of doing that. Honestly, that's why I'm picking manager. Oh wait, no, it's your turn to pick next.
And gets excited. I'm going with Mansur Abdul Malik by KO in either round 1 or 2.
yeah, yeah.
I
I
mean, there's
think
not much else to say with this one. I don't think it's going to be very close at all. I don't know that we need to really think about this one or talk about this one too much. I just think we got to go Mansur by KO.
yeah, I agree. Manager TKO round one, and that's all I have to say about that one. Next one we got Iwo Baranuski. I'm butchering his name completely. But Ivo Aslan is a total Skyrim AI bot based off of Oblivion AI actually. So I'm going Iwo Baranuski by not being a bot.
I have the same pick. I have him winning by KO.
Okay.
I don't think that Iwo or Evo, I think you say his name Evo. I know he hasn't fought anyone that great. But neither has Ibo. The people who he fought that were decent, he lost to. So I got to go with Evo. I think he's going to come out and knock him out.
You're going with Ewo, right?
Ewo.
Ewo. Okay, because it's
Ewo.
Ibo and Ewo. I just realized that.
I'm going with Baranuski.
Baranuski. You hey, you know what? I don't think you butchered his name, but I know for sure I did.
You
All right.
definitely did.
All right, this one's yours, Ian.
Oh, yeah. I like how you did that, buddy. Uh, Jalen Turner, Edson Barboza. We got Turner at minus 270 and Barboza at plus 220. I do think Turner's going to win. I think that when he retired, obviously he's still very, very young. I think that his last few losses may have just been more mental than anything, where he didn't really want to be in there, and it was more of a job than something that he wanted to do. But I think that when you come out of retirement like that, I mean, yeah, it could be because you need money, but I think that he's been probably watching. Being a fighter, I can tell you when you go to these cards and you go watch fights, it makes you want to fight. And I think that he's this time away and him kind of finding himself or whatever he needed to do. I'm sure he's been watching the fights, and it's been making him want to fight. And I think with that eagerness to get in there, Jalen Turner is very, very dangerous. But that being said, Barboza's a legend. I just think that he's getting up there. Obviously, he's still fighting great, but I got to go with the younger guy and the guy who's coming back, probably more hungry than ever. I'm going to say Jalen Turner by decision. I don't think he finishes Barboza, but I wouldn't be shocked if he got the finish. I'm going to go with Jalen Turner by decision. I just hope that he doesn't get himself tired and then Barboza picks it up, but I don't have faith in Jalen Turner and take him by decision.
Okay. I completely agree with you saying how Jalen Turner really didn't want to be in his last few bouts, and it's actually why I'm going Edson Barboza. Going with the dog, okay? But yeah, I thought Edson Barboza did a pretty good job against Drakkar Close, who I think is better than Jalen Turner unless Jalen Turner's trying. I don't know. I just don't think he's super dedicated. I think Barboza, even though he's 39, he's still giving his all at his age. So I'm going with the dog, Edson Barboza.
Fair pick. Fair pick.
And then next we got Marvin Vettori and Bruno Ferreira. Now, this one does have the odds on here. It says plus 100, minus 120. I think that's pretty correct.
It's got DraftKings has Vettori minus 118, Ferreira minus 102.
Okay. So it's basically a pick 'em. I originally had Marvin Vettori, but you know what? Honestly, I can never pick Marvin Vettori anymore. I think Bruno Ferreira's got that dog in him. We'll see if he can finish Marvin Vettori. I think he'll beat Marvin Vettori. I think it'd be very impressive if he finishes him because no one finishes Marvin Vettori. I'm going Bruno Ferreira, TKO round 3. Boom. Knock him
Okay,
out.
I like that pick. Here's the thing. Nobody finishes Vettori, but Vettori doesn't finish anybody either. So if I'm going to pick in a fight like that, I still got to pick the more dangerous guy. I feel like Vettori, he doesn't really do much. He's not really special anywhere. He's just kind of okay everywhere.
Yeah.
And I just like Ferreira's explosiveness. If I have to do a method of victory, see, this is where it gets tough because now that I'm trying to pick a method of victory, I think if I'm betting on method of victory, the most likely would be actually be Vettori by decision. I don't know that I can see Ferreira beating him up for 3 rounds unless he gets a finish, like you said, Steven.
Yeah. And Vettori never
Oh,
gets finished. That's the thing too.
but
But I
Vettori
think
never
I think
finishes
Ferreira's
people.
gonna
So,
surprise us.
right, he's never fought a Bruno, but he has fought finishers. So, I am gonna take Ferreira just because Vettori just doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
And I don't see Bruno being on the back foot and Vettori pressuring him the whole fight. I think he fights back.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm just gonna take Ferreira money line.
Yeah.
But if I'm betting the fight, I'm going Vettori decision. So
Really?
yes, yeah.
So wait, what's your pick then? It's Bruno or Ferreira? Or
I just think that Ferreira has more ways to win, but I understand this is confusing. You know what? I'm just gonna officially say Vettori's gonna win by decision.
Okay. Okay.
That's my official pick.
Okay. I feel like we're disagreeing on all these.
Yeah, which I didn't. Well, no, we agreed on the first. We've
Then the
agreed on
second
2 so
fight, I
far.
think that was to the second and third fight. I think we
We agreed
disagreed
on
on
both.
all these. All right.
Okay.
Next we got Nazim Sadikov and Faris Ziam. Who are you picking, Ian?
Give me Nazim Sadikov. I know he had a battle with Nicholas Mota. He did end up finishing Mota. I think Nazim has the better. I think he's going to be able to get in the pocket. Ferez, he's long. He's got good kickboxing at distance, but I don't think he's going to be able to keep Sadikov off of him. And I think Sadikov is probably the better grappler of the two as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for takedowns in this fight. I think he has more ways to win. I think he's more explosive. I think he might be able to outdog Perez if it gets into a dog fight, just based on seeing Sadikov's previous fights. Give me Sadikov. I'm feeling pretty good about that pick, even though Sadikov is a plus 114 underdog. He might be my dog lock. We'll see as we go
Yeah,
through the cards more.
I agree with you. I don't know why he's even a dog in the first place, and I think he's gonna win by aura he gained on Azerbaijan. So, you know, I
Absolutely.
just I agree with everything you said. You had a more detailed version of it. I don't know. Nazim Sadikov, he's
I
got
just
that aura pick for me.
I don't see Perez being able to sting him at distance and put him out, and I don't. He's not going to out grapple him. I think Nazim closes the distance, rips to the body, gets Perez to the fence, probably shoots a takedown, possibly submits him or just controls him. But I think Nazim has so many more ways to win this fight. He's definitely my pick. I'm excited and I'm glad that he's an underdog. I might need to throw some money on that now because I could see the line changing.
Yeah, for sure. The line's been going nuts because I bet on this a week ago, and it's not the same at all now. So, all right. Next, we got Macy Barber and Kareen Silva. I'm going Macy Barber. Actually, no. I'm going Kareen Silva, but I'm going Macy Barber by pulling out of the fight before it starts, second. But if that doesn't happen, I'm going Kareen Silva if the fight actually starts.
Interesting. Okay. This fight was really hard for me. But I am gonna go with Macy Barber. I think the fact that Vivian Arujau was able to beat Karine, I don't think that she beats Macy.
I
I know I'm
respect
doing
that pick.
I know I'm doing MMA math again, but I just feel like Macy's on a tear right now. Um, and Silva, she's gonna want to grapple. I think that Macy Barber has good enough um, ground game to stay out of the submissions. So give me Macy Barber by decision.
Okay. One more thing I want to add to that, for my pick and why I picked Silva is Barber has not actually fought, I think, since like early 2024, I believe, if I remember correctly. So that's another reason I picked Silva. But
Yeah, March 2024.
yeah, so I feel like that's just a long time not being in the cage.
It is for sure.
All right. Next, we got Terrence McKinney and Chris Duncan. Who are you picking? Mullen MMA picks.
I am locked on Duncan. I think Terrence is super, super reckless and super, super dangerous early on. He does have good grappling as well and explosive striking on the feet. If Duncan starts slow like he typically does, he could get starched very early on. But I do think that he is the more reliable pick, and that's why I'm going with Duncan. He's actually surprised me quite a bit in his last few fights. Take a look at who he beat. I know he's beat some pretty good guys recently. He loves the guillotine. I know that for sure as well. Let's see. I got it pulled up here. We got he beat Mateusz Rebecki. That was a good win. Jordan Vucenic, that was a really good win. Balaji Oki, that's a really good win. I don't think Terrence is beating any of those guys, any of those three. But I do think Terrence is dangerous. So if you're going to bet on Terrence, you might as well just bet on a first round
For
finish.
real. Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Chris Duncan to win inside the distance. I'm not going to pick a method just because he is dangerous with the submissions and the hands. And Terrence's chin is a little bit questionable now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Duncan to win inside the distance.
I respect that opinion. I agree. I'm going Chris Duncan, but I do fear we might get another sneaky little quick TKO knockout like King Cream did to him a couple years ago. So, that kind of came out of nowhere. Chris Duncan was like a minus 500. So, um, that's one thing I fear, but I agree with you. I'm going Chris Duncan as well. And next, I think this is a really hard, like I'd say second toughest, like one to pick. We got Grant Dawson, Manuel Torres. I honestly forgot who I
Wait,
picked for this.
let me say something real fast. Chris Duncan did not get knocked out by Bobby Green.
Oh, am I thinking of the next fight?
Yes, you're thinking of Dawson.
Okay. Okay, well then I have nothing to fear. That's Chris Duncan. Okay. This is okay, so I'm going Grant Dawson, but I'm worried he's gonna get a sneaky TKO by Manuel Torres. I got those two fights flip flopped. So,
Okay.
but I'm going Grant Dawson.
Okay. I am going Grant Dawson to win this fight by decision. I think he's just gonna take Torres down, hold him down all 3 rounds, probably 30-27. However, Torres is extremely, extremely dangerous on the feet. And if Dawson gets caught with anything before getting those takedowns, it's probably a wrap, just like you said. So it's very risky, but in my opinion, the safest thing to do is to take Dawson to win this fight, instead of just hoping that Torres lands that big shot on the feet. So I'm going Grant Dawson.
Yeah, yeah. That's the way to do it, I think. All right, now we're in the main event. We got Bogdan Guskov and Jan Blachowicz.
The main card.
The main
We're on the main
card.
card. All right. All right. And I'm the one who chooses this one, huh? Off the
Yeah.
bat. Okay. All right. I'm gonna say that Jan Blachowicz gets it done. Let me look at the odds. Minus 135. Okay. Yeah, I think he's pretty hard to put away. And Guskov's dangerous, but I just don't know that Guskov is that good. I'm not like 100% sold on it. I'm gonna go with Jan Blachowicz to win by decision.
Yeah.
But I don't really know. This fight's really, really, really hard for me, and I'm definitely staying away from it.
Yeah, I will say this. I'm picking Bogdan Guskov, but I want Jan Blachowicz to win because he's my favorite old head in the UFC. Jan Blachowicz, I think, is the best person, 42 years old. Heck, even possibly 40 years old and up, like in the UFC right now. But yeah, he's 42 and he looks like when he's fighting, he's like 38, Like, I think he's great. But I'm going Bogdan Guskov because we really don't know his ceiling, and I think Jan Blachowicz is slowly getting worse. I do think that, but he's still really good. Still
The
really
thing
good.
for me is that Jan Blachowicz looked pretty damn good against Olberg. If I remember correctly, that fight actually could have went either way. Um, and then he lost a split decision to Alex Pereira, which I think he won that fight as well. He went to a draw with Magomed Ankalaev. He beat Alexander Rakic. For me to go against Jan Blachowicz, it would have to mean that his chin is gone. And it's not. He hasn't been knocked out or anything like that. I don't see Guskov wrapping up a submission unless Blachowicz shoots in wildly and gets caught in it, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
I just think Jan is going to be pretty technically sound on the feet, bring the pressure, maybe get some takedowns. I'm going to go with Jan Blachowicz. I don't really want to choose a method, but if I had to, I'll say Blachowicz by decision.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. But we disagree again. um
We're going to disagree on the next one as well,
I
I'm
think
sure.
we are. I think we are. All right. Do I go? Yeah, I guess I go. Next we got Henry Cejudo and Peyton Talbot. Originally I had Peyton Talbot. I'm going Henry Cejudo. I think he's due for a win, and I think Peyton Talbot is overrated. And you know what? The last two times I said that about people, I was right. That was shoot. I wish I wrote it down. I said some people were overrated and then they lost. It was who did Alexander Hernandez fight at 319? That was shoot, man. Wish I wrote it down. But anyways, so I'm calling out Peyton Talbot. I think he's overrated. I think he's going to lose to Henry Cejudo, who's not in his prime anymore, but still has all his skills there to get it done. Win by decision.
Were you talking about Chase Hooper?
Yep, Chase Hooper was one of them. There was another one too that I called out, and I bet. Oh, it was who did Ethan Ewing go against? That was
Metal Lawmaker.
yeah, yeah.
All right. I'm actually also going with Cejudo.
Okay.
My reason being that, like I was talking in the last one, I think that, and it's kind of similar to the Dawson fight, actually. I see Cejudo being able to take Talbot down and hold him down for 3 rounds. Guys, he was an Olympic gold medalist, and Peyton Talbot was taken down and controlled by Raoni Barcelos, who's older than Cejudo, who's nowhere near the wrestler Cejudo is, and it wasn't that long ago. I think Talbot probably has made a lot of improvements when it comes to getting up and maybe even to preventing the takedown. But that might work if he were to fight Raoni again. Maybe he does better. But Henry Cejudo is a whole nother level when it comes to the grappling. Now on this in the striking, Talbot would absolutely destroy Henry Cejudo. So if for whatever reason Cejudo can't get him down, which I'll be surprised, or keep him down, then Peyton Talbot is going to piece him up. I think if Peyton Talbot, going back to him being overrated, if Peyton Talbot was in the Ultimate Striking Championships, where there's no grappling involved whatsoever, I don't think anybody beats Peyton at 135 pounds. I mean, maybe he has a good one with Piotr Jan, O'Malley, those guys at the top. But his striking is no joke. He's got crazy cardio, and he's got a lot of volume. So Henry Cejudo is going to need to get this fight to the ground, and he's going to need to keep him down, and he's going to need to avoid getting tired. But with that being said, I am betting on Henry Cejudo, especially a 3-round fight. I could see him taking down Talbot and controlling him for at least 2 out of the 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you completely on that. Yep. Peyton Talbot, keep being that favorite. I want to see that number go up so I make more money on Cejudo for his last one.
Yeah,
In
we
the
got
UFC.
Cejudo at plus 225 right now. I'm not sure what it says right here. I can't really see
Plus
it.
230.
Plus 230. Okay. Okay. All right.
All
Yeah,
right,
I'm
we
going.
got 3 fights left. Next is Brandon Moreno, also in the top 3. I think hard to pick fights. Brandon Moreno and Tatsuro Taira, or however the heck you say that name.
Okay. Is it me?
Yeah. Or
Come on.
I
Why
think
do
I'll
I
go
got
with
all
you.
these tough ones? Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with Brandon Moreno
Me too. I'm going Brandon
to win a
Moreno by
decision.
decision.
I
Split
think I
decision.
think he
Split decision.
I think he stays out of the grappling for the most part. And I think he's the better striker. I think Tatsuro actually has pretty damn good striking though. He's good. He's got good, clean strikes. He comes right off his chin. But I just think Moreno's got more tools. I think he's going to be very bouncy on the feet and hard to get a hold of. And Moreno's just looked good lately. If Tyra wasn't able to really control Royval on the ground, which I know Royval is, he's really good too, and he's scrappy and he's hard to hold down. But if you're not able to do that to Royval, I don't think you're doing it to Moreno either. So give me Moreno to win by decision.
Hell yeah. Get Tatsuro out of the number 5 spot. Next, we got Alexander Pantoja and Joshua Van. I'm really losing track at this point. I think, am I next?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. I'm going Pantoja. I think he's got way more experience than Joshua Van. I think Pantoja's gonna win by finish by round 3 sub. All right, that's how I think it's gonna happen. I think Joshua Van's gonna put up a fight round 1, then round 2 he's gonna start struggling. Round 3, I don't even think Joshua Van's ever fought a 5-round fight.
I don't know that he has. Uh, no, because his fight with
Roy Val
Royval
was
was
3.
was 3 rounds, right?
Yeah.
That fight was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go with Pantoja. Um, to either win by submission or decision. I don't really want to pick one or the other. The reason I think this is because Pantoja has crazy pressure. He's not going to just sit in the pocket and let Van slip and throw his boxing combos to the body and stuff. Pantoja just moves like this across the cage. And he's going to go right through Van. drive him right into the fence, and take him down. Unless Van's able to stuff those takedowns on the fence. If he is, Pantoja's in for a long night because the striking is not even close, in my opinion. So, no. If they did a striking match, straight up striking match, Van gets him out in 1 round. So, I'm gonna go with Pantoja, but I'm not gonna be shocked if Van stuffs the takedowns and beats up Pantoja.
Yeah, I see that. I
I
mean,
will not be betting on this fight.
oh, I'm betting on well, actually, I have bets on Joshua Van, but I'm picking Pantoja by sub. But I'm gonna make more bets. So, yeah, I'm going like I said, Pantoja by sub. I think he's gonna get 3 naked rear chokes in a row now with this fight.
Pause.
I don't think I said that right. I'm
Rear naked chokes. Naked rear chokes. Oh my god. Um.
all
Okay.
right. The main event: Merab Dvalishvili and Peter Yan.
I'm going with Merab by decision, but I want Piotr Yan to beat him. I'm sorry, guys. Piotr Yan is probably my favorite fighter in the UFC.
What?
Yep. Yep. I love his striking. It is so beautiful to watch. His trips, his Muay Thai trips, the way he switches stances, his combos, his clinch, everything about his striking is so beautiful. If he's able to get into some exchanges with Merab and lure Merab into these exchanges like Merab's been doing in his recent fights, Jan might put him out, but I can't count on that when we've seen Merab just mauling everybody, the relentless cardio. He's not going to get tired. Jan's going to have to find something that gets him out of there. There is no way, in my opinion, that Jan can win a decision. So, with that being said, I'm taking Merab Dvalishvili to win by decision once again. And I think the only way he gets beat is maybe against Umar. And that's a maybe. I see Umar getting tired again, rounds 3, 4, and 5, and Merab winning again. So I am going to go with Merab to win this fight, though. I'm getting carried away. I got Merab to beat Piotr Yan by decision.
Merab's gonna Merab him. And that's what I like to see. And I love Merab. Merab's my favorite fighter in the UFC. And
Wow, our
I'm
favorite
sorry.
fighters are fighting each other.
I know, that's crazy. I didn't know Peter Yan was your favorite fighter in the UFC. I think
I
the
love
last.
Piotr Yan. I love Piotr Yan. I love Prates. And I love Joshua Van.
Yeah, yeah. Dang, I feel bad because you have 2 of your favorite fighters in the UFC and you're not picking them.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I think Van has a better chance than Yan.
yeah,
But
I agree with that for sure.
all
Well,
right, I think that wraps it up. I do want to say throughout this card, I have been putting together a little parlay that I think is a nice little underdog parlay. $10 pays 226. It's we got Nazim Sadikov at plus 114, Chris Duncan at minus 170, Henry Cejudo at plus 225, and Brandon Moreno at plus 114. A nice little 4-leg parlay, $10 pays 226 plus your $10 that you put down. So 10 or 236.
did you say these are all money line?
All money line.
I like that parlay. I'm gonna have to tell you on that one. That's a good parlay. I feel like I might have to do one without Brandon Moreno and the one with Brandon Moreno because that's the one I'm a little 50-50 about, even though I'm picking him. But that is a good parlay. Ladies and
The
gentlemen,
reason I
that
threw
was.
him in there is because he's plus 114. And with that value, I got to take it. If you want to get risky, you could also throw Baranowski in there because I do think he sparks Ibo Aslan. Then it pays 360.
Yeah, there you go.
Or or if you want to take Ferrero instead of Baranowski, you're looking at 470. 5-leg parlay.
Dang. That's a lot
But
of
I'm
money
gonna
you can
keep it
get.
simple with the I'm gonna keep it simple with the four-legger of Cejudo, Moreno, Duncan, and Sadikov.
Everyone tail that parlay, and then bet your house on it. If you guys don't win your money, just come in the comments yelling at Ian, okay?
Yeah,
Uh,
we're not here to tell you, or at least I'm not here to tell you not to spend your money. Do it, place the bets, become a degenerate, and
yes, sir.
yeah, this is the start of something good with me and Hippo here.
Heck
So
yeah. Yeah, this
it's
was
gonna
good.
be
This
good.
was fun. And one thing I also want to mention real quick is it's Black Friday, and I'm gonna tag Black Friday in the video to get us more views. So we're gonna have links in the description of stuff we're not sponsored for that we recommend on Black Friday on Amazon. So take a look at those links down there too, because I'm trying to grind the views. So yeah.
Let's go. Um, if you go to my channel, I'm thinking about just doing shorts where I give a real quick breakdown of every fight. There'll probably be just one short. I'm not going to do one on each fight. So it'll just be the full fight card, probably like a 1 or 2 minute long video where I just go through my picks real quick.
Nice. All right, Bows. Just with that, it was nice doing predictions with Ian Mullen. I'll see you guys in the next MMA prediction video or whatever the video is. Peace.
Sounds good. Peace.